In Oregon, a state of emergency declared as 36 wildfires burn across the state. Firefighters now dealing with the strongest winds of the season.
Across Oregon, the numbers are staggering. 30 to 40,000 people evacuated from their homes. An unknown number of people dead.
We have never seen this amount of uncontained fire across our state.
The flames are too big to try to stop in most places right now. Much of the work is getting people out of the way.
Alright folks, this is Jason with Primal Outdoors Camping and Overlanding. If you're new to my channel, I am currently living out of my 4350 4x4 van, and I travel around the public lands we have here in Oregon State. If you watched my last video, you saw that I got displaced because of a wildfire we had in the area. Well, I ended up moving camp, moving to about 2-3 hours away from that location, only to be displaced again by another wildfire that cropped up down in southern Oregon. So we are now in central eastern Oregon. We're trying to stay well clear of the forest fires and also trying to find a place where we can escape some of the smoke. The state is absolutely blanketed in smoke. There's really nowhere you can go to escape it. And it's just been miserable the last few days. The smoke has been so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. It's just been really, really bad. But you know where we're at today, and we've had a little shift in the wind. It's much better, where I'm actually starting to see a little bit of blue sky, and I'm very hopeful for the next couple of days to, you know, have a little better air quality. So anyways, we're just going to continue to explore down this road and see if we can find a cool place to camp. Alright guys, so it looks like we found ourselves a half decent spot to evade the wildfires, and in fact there's a bit of a breeze blowing, and for the first time in several days I'm actually seeing just a little bit of blue skies. But we've got a lake right over here, small little lake I found on the mapping software I use, which is Gaia GPS, and it looks like a good little spot. Now, as you can see, just looking around me, this area itself has been heavily damaged by a wildfire. This wildfire happened back in 2015, though, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's still a very beautiful spot. You know, it's a different kind of beauty, but I really wish that I would have had the opportunity to see this spot before the wildfire happened, because with all these rock formations and the trees, I imagine this was a very beautiful spot to be. folks, so you guys know I like using Gaia GPS to, you know, navigate, find cool camping spots. Also, it helps me figure out really awesome overlanding routes. But one of the cool features that Gaia just added that has been helping me a lot with all these wildfires is they've added a satellite mapping layer. And this layer uses satellite imagery where basically they use heat signatures to show you where hotspots are. So basically where fires are at. And it's very accurate. In fact, it's far more accurate than I have found any other resource online to be. And it's really helped me kind of navigate around these fires we're having in Oregon and find a place where it's safe for me and the dogs to be. Now, also another feature that Gaia has is air quality maps, where they will show you what the air quality is in different parts of your area. And I've been using that along with the satellite mapping layer to try to find a spot where I know that the smoke won't be as bad as other areas of the state. You know, pretty much you can see that the smoke is blanketing the entire state, but you can start to see areas where it's not as bad. So yeah, so very useful. Again, I'm not sponsored by Gaia. I like using Gaia a lot. It's a very useful resource for, again, like, you know, finding out cool places to camp and overlanding. But during fire season, it just got way more useful to me. So just got simple tonight. We're just gonna cut off a few pieces of liver here. This is venison liver. Should be really good. I don't have any onions with me, so that is kind of a failure, but I think this will still be good. We're gonna cook it and cook a little pasta too. That's not so bad. I really didn't have high expectations for a vegetable-based pasta, but that's actually pretty good. And if someone didn't tell me, I don't think I would even know. So yeah, win there. That was a score. Anyways, yeah, good day today. Air quality much better than it has been. I actually got to see a little bit of blue skies. I mean, the smoke was still obviously in the air and you could see it, but for the last few days I haven't seen any blue sky, and for the most part hardly could make out the sun on some of the days, and it's just been absolutely horrific. I mean, these wildfires are just blanketing the state with smoke, and you know, I had it bad, but I know that the people that were on the front line where the fires were actually physically burning, I mean, I don't even know how they got through it, or are getting through it, to be honest. I mean, that smoke was so thick that you could just taste it in your mouth, and it was really awful. So anyways, yeah, really glad to be doing the van life and being able to just pick up and move away from that and find a little spot here and get some reprieve from it. It's really great. So anyways, how have you guys been handling it? I know that Oregon isn't the only state that's dealing with wildfires, and I think smoke is blanketing a lot of the country. So how are you guys dealing with it? Have you had to evacuate? Have you had to change your plans, your overlanding or camping plans? If you're a van lifer like me, how have you been working around it? You know, leave me some information. Leave me that information down in the comments. I'd kind of like to hear what some of your guys' stories and hear what challenges you guys have faced because of this. But anyhow, this meet is bringing out the yellow jackets, so I'm going to go ahead and get at it before they start bugging me too much, and we'll catch you guys in the morning. Well, folks, we're just enjoying the last little bit of the morning light here. You know, these wildfires and the smoke has been super devastating, but it definitely can make for some beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And this morning was a real beaut with the sun coming up over the mountains and the light filtering through the smoke. It made for some really beautiful lighting out here on this lake. And I've just enjoyed kind of sitting here and having some coffee and kind of watching the wildlife and the different things happening. There's some fish out jumping, and there's some ducks and some different things out on the lake. You know, you look at this place and it looks very dead and barren now, and not much going on. But realistically, you know, this place is gonna recover, and it's gonna be, you know, even now to me, it's got its own charm and is very beautiful, but it's going to recover. And, you know, already, like I said, there's new plants growing in, new trees growing. Some of the trees that survived the fire will, you know, continue to grow and become bigger trees, and new trees will come in their place. So, I mean, fire is definitely one of those things that it's part of the ecosystem. It's part of renewal of the forest, and, you know, and keeping the forest alive and vibrant. And I know right now it may not look fantastic, but, you know, this is the start of a new beginning for this forest. And even though I may never see in my lifetime this forest look the way it was, it will always be an amazing and beautiful forest. As long as we allow it to be, of course. And anyways, I've enjoyed my time here at least, and I'm going to pack up the van and we're going to do some more exploring. So I'm going to leave you guys here, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. And again, if you're new to my channel and you like videos about camping and overlanding and van life, you know, please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you guys again.
outside.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.